So this is how I celebrate 23K. Help! Magic. Hey crew! Welcome back to the Spiritual Social. I'm Lexi, your local lightworker. I'm super happy to have you here. Thank you for being here. Have you ever wondered what yourself is doing across dimensions and different time spans? Well, this is the reading just for that. It's a bit of a wacky, ultra creative reading where I am going to explore what your future self, parallel self, past life self, higher self, and deeper upside down self is doing at the moment. So this is gonna go weird. I will explore your multidimensional universe. So we're gonna go back and forth through time, but we're also gonna go up and down through different layered dimensions and even on a parallel plane. I am going to pull one tarot card followed by another oracle card for each of these portals here. So I'm using the magician card in each of these three different tarot decks as a way to convey a portal into these other dimensions. You have here for group one, this is the magician card, the fairy godmother from the Tarot of the Divine. And you also have a song to accompany that mood setting. So the song is called So Far and So Close by Orpheus Arnold. And I'm going to link it down below for your viewing and listening pleasure. For group two, we have here a portal from the Lightseer's Tarot. And this is the Magician card in the Lightseer's Tarot. And you have a song by Niels Fromm called Selves. Again, link it down below. Have a listen to it in the description box. And finally, for group three, we have here a portal from the Deviant Moon Tarot. This is the Magician card in the Deviant Moon Tarot. And your song is by Max Richter. It's called Shadow Journal. Feel free to have a listen to it in the description box below. I will place all the links there. So by listening to the song and choosing a portal, I hope that I'm going to help you shift reality and that I'll take you on a very beautiful imaginative ride to try to find out what your multiple selves are doing at the moment and whether we can find some meaningful messages from these different multidimensional selves that can help you in your present situation. Okay guys, so this is going to be super fun. I am so psyched to create this. Sorry it's been taking me a while to do a reading, but I've been swamped with orders, so thank you so much to everyone who had a look on my eShop and ordered or booked a reading with me. I'm having so much fun doing readings for you. If you're interested, click the first link in the description box below. It will take you straight to my website, and then you can write me an email and let me know what you want me to help you manifest and co-create. I also want to say that this is a 23K giveaway. Woohoo! So if you guys have newly subscribed to my channel, what I like to do is every time we reach a milestone together, such as 23K or 24K, then I want to give you guys a chance to win a free general tarot reading with me. To enter in this reading, make sure that you hit the subscribe button to be part of my crew, to enter this wonderful collective we've created here, and then just drop a comment down below in the comment section of this video to let me know what are you most proud of? What is the thing that you've done, said, or thought in this lifetime that gave you a feeling of connecting with the empowered divine within you. Okay, I hope that makes sense. It can be something small as well, guys. Don't blow it out of proportions. I just like to speak in hyperboles because I'm a moon in Sagittarius. Okay, so I'm really excited to create this reading for you. And if you've made your choice, then I can't wait to see you at your pile. Bye, my loves. Hey group one. Hey guys, I'm so happy to have you here. This is for those of you that chose the Tarot of the Divine Magician portal and the song So Far and So Close. It will be linked in the description box below and in the comment section for you to enjoy an auditory experience as well as listening to this reading. So this is a 23K giveaway as well, guys. So make sure to leave a comments down in the section below regarding what is the thing that you've done in this life that you are most proud of. Okay, and also hit the subscribe button just to make sure that you're included in my crew. We are going to explore in this reading your multidimensional selves. So the way this reading goes is I pulled one tarot and one oracle card for each of your dimensions. I'm going to start off first with advice from your higher self. So from your present plane, we are going higher up, right? The realm of Uranus. Let's see. I have here Regenerator, Sage of Cups, and the Whispers card. Ooh. Your higher self is really struggling to get in touch with you. It's been trying to guide you from a place of love in very subtle moments. It's like you get an idea or you get a feeling that you should be doing something. It's like you hear your inner voice awakening. And I feel that you've been struggling to listen to this inner voice. And now is the time to stop disobeying it. You need to get in touch with that divine intuition. You need to stop procrastinating on acting on what you feel inspired to do. Spirit is coming into your life to help regenerate your mind. You might have been feeling stuck, or like everything is boring or lackluster, or you don't know what steps to take. Maybe in the past you felt super inspired, but recently things haven't been going so well. Well, it's because you have to allow emotions to flood your mind. You have to let them loose. You guys have been holding them under too much control, and your higher self is here to whisper in your ear, potentially even as you speak, I guess, even as you, it could be, I don't think that's a mistake. As you speak, you are manifesting your reality, so be very mindful of your words. But I also feel that in your dreams, you are talking with a lot of people. You might not remember what you are talking about, but it's usually a creature or a spirit that appears in your dream in the embodiment of a person, a man or a woman or an animal, that wants to talk to you, and it wants to convey to you that now is the time to allow your feelings to give you insights, to give you ideas on how you can get unstuck from channeling your higher self and bringing these ideas into your present plane. So you're being regenerated on a higher level. Your connection with spirit is being regenerated, and you have all these intimate conversations with spirit in your dreams, and from time to time, even in your daylight waking hours, as you go about doing a lot of your everyday administrative tasks, you know, just shopping for groceries, paying your bills, talking to your friends, you feel from time to time, or you hear this thing inside your mind that it says, oh, you should do this, or oh, try this out, or what happens if we contact this person? And I think you are safe to just go with that, follow it. But before you hear that inner voice, and this is not about hearing a variety of voices, guys, that's a mental health issue. No, this is just a deep inner knowing that emerges within you throughout the day. You know what I'm talking about, guys. I know that you guys are aware of it. You're becoming increasingly more aware of it, especially if you've been watching my readings on this channel. But this speaks about you first will feel something, and then this inner knowing is going to come up. So pay attention to your feelings, because they are regenerating your mind. So that's what's the advice from your higher self. We're going to move right now to advice from your deep self. So from the higher planes, we're diving deep right now in the upside down, in the shadow realm, in the underworld of Pluto. So let's see what comes up. The star, gorgeous. Together with Mosaic, let chance play a creative role in your life. Don't be afraid of the unknown. 444 when I said that. Don't be afraid. There is so much hope in everything that you feel you are risking yourself at the moment by doing. You might not know what steps to take, but in a way you are not supposed to know what steps to take. Knowing at the moment is only going to block you. You are also getting this mental regeneration from your higher self, because your shadow self is trying to help you come to terms with the unknown. You guys really struggled in life to let go of control. You really want to know what the future brings, and you want to feel very certain about your next steps. You might have been asking a lot of people for advice. You might have been not so comfortable or confident with your creativity. And I feel that what is happening at the moment in your shadow self is you're being illuminated on the idea that chance can be something good in your life. You don't have to control the game of chance. You don't have to be so afraid of it. Maybe you grew up in a household where there was a wound attached to your capacity to just let go and enjoy life. Maybe parents were not allowing you to flow easily. They were kind of making fun of you if you were spending time daydreaming, or just relaxing was seen as a waste of time. So you grew up with quite a heavy control mindset, because that is your past conditioning. We're going to look in a second at your past life self and what it is doing. But your shadow self at the moment, the realm of your unconscious, how you self-sabotage, is by trying to apply too much control in your life. There is a lot of good luck that wants to come in, a lot of opportunities, and potentially even a spontaneous, serendipitous love that wants to come through. But you are blocking it at the moment by trying to apply too much control. Your shadow self is being a little bit too controlling in situations. And how you can break out of this shadow self, the advice of Pluto here, is to transform this control capacity into playfulness and letting loose, allowing chance, allowing things to just happen, allowing people to just come to you, allowing yourself to just receive hope, to have hope that things are going to work out to the best of their abilities. If you allow other people to help you out, if you delegate your responsibilities, you don't have to be at the control helm of your reality all the time. And you can't be. That's a futile endeavor, because our free will is limited. There is only so much that we can do, because we cannot control other people. So we need to allow them to respond, them to react, them to reconcile with us, to give us some insights, to come and connect with us. Yeah? So letting go of the control and allowing chance to play a major role in your life is how you will break out of self-sabotaging patterns. Woof! Now, let's see the future self. What is your future self doing? So we have here, Three of Swords. Oh, your future self is healing from some heartbreak. I'm hearing because you haven't allowed chance to play a role in your life. Oh my God. Okay, so you need to listen to the advice from the underworld. Okay. But maybe you're hearing this reading before you actually acted. So your future self is actually working on the predicament of your present self before you heard this reading. Whoa. Sorry, my mind was a bit blown for a second. Creation, water, Three of Swords. Your future self is suffering a little bit from a heartbreak, a relationship breakdown. And this is because you paid too much attention to your mind, too little attention to your feelings. But I feel that this heartbreak in the future is going to be the cherry on top of the cake, the final straw, or the final drop. I don't know, guys, you're native speakers of English, you tell me. And what is going to happen is that you cannot ignore your emotions. You cannot ignore your intuition. I wanted to say reality. You've been trying to escape reality by hiding in your thoughts, by having these idealized relationships in your mind, because it felt safer for you to do that than to genuinely feel, to genuinely create a relationship based on messy, unpredictable emotions. But I feel like your future self is learning the lesson that it is inevitable that you are a feeling human being, that you have a body, that your feelings will go through your body, that you cannot control your feelings sometimes, and that to a certain extent, it's super fun to just go with your feelings, Obviously, there is a way to regulate them so that you don't go to excesses, like you don't start shooting people because you're super angry. You can feel your anger, but not necessarily attack other people with it, But this is here telling me that a three-party situation is on the horizon, one that will break your heart and break your mind and open up your heart. Because to a certain extent, guys, your heart is broken is an expression that, how should I say, doesn't make more, how should I say, it doesn't make a lot of sense, because our hearts are always there. We just feel them quite heavy because our ego made a decision that hurt ourselves. But our self is always pure. It is never tainted. It is part of the divine. And how can you taint the divine, right? It is always there, forgiving, loving, pulsating, filling you up with life, right? Your heart is always working until it just stops one day, and that's it. You're disembodied, you transition. But here it's more like your mind is broken. Your mind will break the pattern that will allow finally your feelings to rise up and to complete you, to overwhelm you, to wash you with these gorgeous waters of creation. You might cry a lot in the future, but it's going to help you let go of this control that led you to wanting, that led you to want an unrequited love, that led you to attach yourself to a person that was coming in and out of your life, that was feeding you crumbs, that was placing you in a three-party situation. So in the future, you're going to separate from this person. If you find yourself at the moment in such a connection and you find it hard to let go because your mind is so connected to that person and you're struggling to understand it, understanding it. But why? It doesn't make sense. Why doesn't this person love me? Well, it's because you need to love yourself. You need to acknowledge your emotions. And if you tune into your heart, you're going to understand that it's not okay that this person is not giving you the love that you desire. And this is what your future self is realizing. It's waking up. It's waking up on a deeply delicious emotional level. I feel like a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio is going to mentor you in that. They will appear at the right time, right at the moment of your mental breakdown. Although I don't want to scare you, it's not really like a mental breakdown in the sense of you're going to need some psychiatric help. It's more like you're going to figure out that you've been treated poorly, and you're going to figure out that you can't let go of overthinking in the situation, and that the way forward is only through your emotions, your heart, and not through your mind. This situation doesn't need to make sense because love doesn't make sense. No matter how much our ego is trying to interpret what love is, we cannot comprehend it through the mind. We can only organize it through the mind. We can organize to touch and kiss and marry that person, but our heart is just feeling and emanating this magnetic field that pulls that person in and nourishes that person as well. And this can apply to a variety of relationships, not only romantic relationships. So this is what I see. It's hopeful because it helps you on your spiritual path. It gets you more in tune to your emotions, which is always a grand thing, but it will be a little bit uncomfortable in the sense that you might need to let go of a person that actually wasn't good for you to begin with. Okay, so I hope this makes sense, right? It's hopeful. Remember the star, you got the star in the deep shadow self. So what is happening at the moment might hurt your ego, but it's feeding yourself. It's helping you become more authentic and in tune with yourself. What is your past life self doing? Let's dive deep. By the way, this is the Flight of Fantasy Tarot deck that was recently donated by my friend Binish Khan. Thank you so much for that. So we have here Ace of Pentacles in your past life, and help from above. I feel that in your past life, you were actually quite lucky. You were doing well financially. You mastered the law of abundance or the law of prosperity. And this, in a way, the fact that you were abundant, that you were easily attracting money and resources to you, created a very strong ego. And this is where the journey begins. In your past life, you worked at creating a strong ego because you realized you're very lucky. You're very in tune with the divine. You could attract everything you needed very quickly. You could materialize it very quickly, right? But you grew into a very strong sense of ego. We have the peacock here, okay? So it's like you were beautiful. I'm getting kind of an empress vibe, even though this is just the Ace of Pentacles. But you were feeling loved and lucky, and you grew a very strong ego, which in turn needs to be purged in this current reality. It will be purged in the future through a heartbreak. It is being purged at the moment in the shadow self through understanding that you need to allow chance to play a bigger part in your life than just thinking that you're the best because you can control your relationship with the divine. And it is being regenerated on your higher self. And how is this happening? Well, your ego is being tempered down a little bit, brought down a notch, made a little bit modest, by the realization that it's not only your mind that connects you to the divine. You can't only manifest things through your thoughts and through your words and through your solar plexus chakra. You need to connect your emotions to your mind. And in a past life, you were not aware of this. Look, you were just feeling very content with the material world. You felt like you were inspired. Every lunar cycle, every new moon, you were seeding an intention or speaking it into being, writing it down. And every full moon, you were reaping the rewards. And you thought, wow, this is working really well. I'm so intelligent. I'm so special. I'm so unique. And this was good because this is what you needed to achieve in a past life. I'm getting a very strong South Node in Leo with you guys. You know, you learned how to be resplendent, or South Node in Taurus as well. You learned how to be abundant, stable. So you were beautiful, abundant, stable. Even South Node in Libra, you know, you could have been psychic a little bit, the center of attention, very beautiful. And in this lifetime, in the present moment, you have a North Node in Scorpio, or a North Node in Aqua, or a North Node in Aries, which is teaching you that you need to purge that ego. You need to purge that ego. And let's see what the parallel self has to say to you. So this is the self that lives in the same time space as you, but in a different dimension. Yeah, so it could be the self that exists on the moon, or the self that exists in Tajikistan or Sri Lanka. I don't know, someplace in another space. Yeah, your alter ego at the moment wants you to know that the time is right to access and master your abilities. Do so with humility and control. Oh my God. I love it when everything ties so beautifully. I feel like crying. So humility and control, okay? So your past life self developed a really strong ego based on how you could create things with the power of your mind. Now, in the present moment, you might struggle with control issues, and you're being taught lessons of letting go of control. You're being taught to become more modest, more about allowing other people to help you, or how to become a leader without being tyrannical or authoritarian, how to become a leader that collaborates with other people, that asks other people for advice, but then still follows the voice of their intuition. Once you have amassed a lot of information, you still listen to yourself and your emotions about what is the right thing to do in the situation. So the blue jay from your parallel self is letting you know that the time right now is ripe with possibilities. Adopt a modest approach and control only what you can, yourself, your thoughts, your connection between your mind and your feelings. Queen of Cups. The most important thing you need to know from your parallel self is that you can create an environment that is filled with empathy. You can listen to other people. You can heal others, and thereby you heal yourself. You can be kind to other people. Kindness is never wasted in this world. It always finds a way to affect people in ways that are unseen, that are unknown, but that are deeply meaningful. Kindness and love and whatever is built on those foundations lasts throughout lifetimes, okay? So you're learning at the moment how to open your heart to prepare yourself for the future breakdown of your mental blocks in love, which will only take you one step further to more creation, to more flow and water and emotions. So overall, I see here a deep emotional regeneration. This has been the major theme of all of these interdimensional selves. You are breaking down your mental ego, the prison of your mind. You're escaping through that strong, powerful ego that you build in a past life. You're breaking it down at the moment by infusing it with emotions, infusing it with faith and divine light. So listen to that gorgeous intuition. It will lead you exactly where you need to go. Wow, it's the first time I've been doing a reading like this. I super enjoyed it. I really hope it helped. Please let me know down in the comments what you thought of this pretty weird reading. And if you've enjoyed it, I'm gonna be doing another one for you guys. Also, make sure to subscribe and comment down below to enter my giveaway. The winners will be announced in the next 48 hours. I'm sending you so much love, group one. Bye. Hi group 2, hey my loves, I'm so happy to have you here. Welcome to the Spiritual Social. In this pick a card reading, we're going to be looking at your multidimensional selves. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please don't skip over the intro. It's super important to understand how this reading works. I'm going to be looking at a variety of selves and what messages these multidimensional selves have for you to help you solve riddles and overcome moments of being unstuck in the present reality. So this is for those of you that were drawn to the Lightseer's Tarot portal and this magician card, yeah. And the song that you have is Says by Niels Fram. The link is down below in the description box and in the comment section, so you can have an auditory experience as you're enjoying this reading. So let's begin. Let's dive deep into the messages. First, I will look into advice from your higher self. So this is, you are here on the present plane. What your higher self, we're going upwards towards the level of Uranus, the heavens. The Lovers, yes, this is gorgeous. The Lovers, and then we have here visualize. Oh my goodness, this is the prime time to manifest love in your life, to attract your soulmate, to reconnect with your twin flame, to bring a dharmic partner and have loads of fun after a period of harsh karmic tests. The divine wants you to know that spirit is basically around you, wanting to give you the love that you desire. You need to tap into that energy and start writing down the ideal characteristics of your partner. Start writing down what you've learned about love and life so far. Writing down is a form of manifestation. It is a form of spell work. So please put your thoughts with pen and paper, someplace material, bring them into this reality, and they will start manifesting into whatever you can touch, feel, see, and basically taste as well. I'm trying to always number all the 5 senses. But now in this period, you need to use your 6th sense, right? The heart, the portal of your heart, to connect with spirit and manifest love, the love of your dreams, the romantic partner that you've always wanted and desired. Wow. So spend some time in stillness right before going to bed, or take 20 minutes a day, maybe in your lunch break. Just daydream, just fantasize. You need to fantasize. Your higher self wants to bless you with love, but it needs your conscious cooperation. Make space to envision the life that you want to live, the love that you want to live. That was a really powerful beginning message. Now let's find out what happens when we dive deeper. From your present plane, we're going downwards. So we went upwards, now we're going downwards into the realm of Pluto and the underworld. What advice for your shadow self is coming up? The Hierophant. Wow, 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 wow. Marriage. And we also have here Euphoria. Wow, you've got a pretty crazy and happy and excitable shadow self. Maybe this is what you've been repressing. I'm hearing that, yeah, you've been actually repressing a lot of happiness. You've been holding back from receiving love. You've been holding back from thinking that marriage is possible in your life and that love is possible. So this is the moment to unleash it. Stop self-sabotaging yourself by thinking that love is not real, that you will never get married, and that, you know, you don't deserve an euphoric, ecstatic love. You do. Of course you do. We all do. If we want it or not, if we want to actually co-create it. But I think you do. Your deep, dark desire is to be together with a partner, to be committed, to feel like you belong to someone, to feel like somebody claims you, to feel spiritually bounded up with another person's energy, or even like energetically corded. You want to have a person that belongs to you, mind, body, and soul, and vice versa, right? So you want that person, you want to belong to that person, mind, body, and soul. And I feel that it's time to just unleash this energy into your life. You've been holding back on co-creating this love, and now is the time. Your higher self is working strongly in tandem with your lower self. See? Right? So you're on the physical present plane. Your higher self is trying to help you visualize love. Your shadow self, your dark Pluto self, is helping you transform negative beliefs into positive one to manifest this marriage, to manifest euphoria in your life. Love yourself and you will love another. Believe in yourself and you can believe in love and you can manifest love. Trust in spirit, and it will give you exactly what you need. I'm also hearing that you need to ask to receive. Ask, pray, say even a small sentence. I really want love in my life right now, but feel it from the bottom of your heart. Because if you keep telling yourself you're not worthy, it's not going to happen, you're just manifesting blocks, you're just manifesting limitation, and that's what you're going to wake up to every day. Loneliness. No one, blocks, limits. I'm not trying to depress you guys, but I'm just trying to help you understand how this works, because you have potential here at the moment to live the love you've always wanted, the love of your dreams. Both your higher self and your shadow self want you to manifest this deeply committed love connection. You're blocking yourself. Let's see right now what's going to come in the future. I'm sorry for calling you out like that. I don't mean to sound too nasty. I hope you understand it. This comes from a place of love. So we have here, wow, 3 of coins. Yes. And we also have the Sun. My love, in the future, you're building with a partner the stability that you've always wanted. You're also coming more into the realization that a lot of you that have chosen this group are light workers. So you're part of my light work family. You could be a starseed as well, coming from potentially the Pleiades. The Pleiades are a cluster of stars in the constellation of Taurus. So maybe Taurus is significant to you. Potentially your partner would be Taurus, or you are Taurus, or you are Venus bound or Venus ruled. You could also be a Libra. I see here in the future with the 3 of Pentacles, collaboration, building, physical, material manifestations. You're layering the foundations of this connection. You could be building your home or purchasing your home together with your lover. You could be relocating for work together with your lover, to be with your lover, or to meet your lover, or to somehow organize your activities so that you can both be in the same place, live together, but also work at your specific jobs. You could also be thinking about getting pregnant. I'm hearing that some of you could attempt in vitro fertilization if you've been trying to have a baby but it was impossible. And I see here that you're putting the foundations of that love manifestation in a very tangible form. Sun, you will have success. You are very happy in the future. You found your partner. You managed to overcome these blocks, and you listened to your higher self, and you manifested this love. So in the future, you're just busy building this life with this person, asking this person to move in, renting a flat, buying a home. As I said, arranging your activities so that you guys can live together while you work. Maybe some of you are going to decide to work from home while your partner works outside of the home, or vice versa, or both of you work from home, or you do some long distance studying or some long distance project work and collaborations. I'm already getting dizzy with how happy you are. Honestly, you live at a level of enthusiasm that I think it's hard for your present self to understand. So the moment you unblock the limitations of your mind, the moment you kick through that wall that your mind has created, that wall of limitations that is keeping you small, it's keeping you safe, it's giving you the illusion that you're safe, but it's just keeping you limited. Once you kick that wall through, boom, you have this love. You manifested it. You are working steadily, diligently, and happily at bringing more into being, bringing a family into being once you've met this person. Having the house, having the car, having the home, having the pets, collaborating together with your lover. This is what's on the horizon for you. Now let's go backwards to your past life self. What advice do we have from your past life self? We have here the 10 of Pentacles. Wow, gorgeous. And okay, guys, if I'm not mistaken, this is Saraswati or Lakshmi. I think that this is Saraswati, the goddess of enlightenment. She comes out of a lotus and she's doing her traditional dance. Or it could be Lakshmi as well, the goddess of beauty and pleasure. She is, in the Hindu mythology, a tripartite deity. So Lalita, Tripura, Sundari, together with Lakshmi and Saraswati, form the great divine goddess. So it could be one of the faces of that goddess that I'm seeing here in the card. I don't know, Binish Khan, my lovely friend, donated this deck to my channel yesterday. So I'm still getting to terms with this energy. You let me know down in the comments if I actually interpreted correctly. But what I see here with the number 10 is the Wheel of Fortune. So fortunate events. I would be tempted to say that this is actually Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune and pleasure and money, right? Okay, so I'm correcting myself as I go along. Wonderful, guys. Okay, so in the past, again, you guys, I'm not sure what's happening here. Maybe I'm reading for the Pluto and Sagittarius generation, my oracles. Hey, guys. So you are super prosperous. In your past life, you were able to just be very fortunate. You had everything you needed. You didn't need to worry about the food that you might receive tomorrow, or whether, you know, you could pay your bills, or whether you were protecting your body. You were safe, you were well fed, you were well bred, you were well educated, you had everything you needed, and you dedicated your life to spiritual pursuits in your past life. We also have here the Oracle card, sadness. Oh, I feel like you needed to explore. In your past life, you did not have the chance to explore. And I don't know why, but I'm feeling a tension in my right leg. You could have had actually a physical ailment, maybe a leg that was not functioning properly, or you were born with a slight physical defect that made your parents want to mollycoddle you. They wanted to keep you in a very safe environment. And if you didn't need to work, if you didn't need to get married, they would rather have you protected. But in a past life, it's like, and it was 11/11 when I said this, it's like you felt the need to explore. You felt the need to overcome the sadness. You were, from time to time, because you were kept away from other people, and because you were not allowed to be active in the world, or to explore, to have adventures, and to partake in life, right? You were overcome by moments of deep melancholy, bouts of sadness. So in this present reality, I feel like from time to time you could dwindle between moments of extreme good luck and optimism, and then moments of melancholy where you feel like your energy is very low. And what you need to do in this present reality is to learn how to sustain your energy, to try to balance yourself out. I'm feeling the temperance energy here. I'm not sure why. Initially, I was tempted to say that this is the temperance card, but it's not. It's the Wheel of Fortune. So you need to roll with the punches in this lifetime. You need to learn to master the ups and downs, the rotation of the wheel. Sometimes you have a lot of luck. Other times the wheel changes and you have misfortune. But that's okay. And all you need to do is to create a strong sense of self even throughout the changing waters of life. So even if life is chaotic, even if, people keep telling you good things one day, bad things another day, you need to not adapt yourself to the reality, but to remain like a strong, stable rock within. Yeah. And the more you do so, the more protected you are against mental health problems, the more your health and well-being in general, your physical health as well, is going to improve, and you're going to continue to keep manifesting this fortune that you had in a past life. So it's all about maintaining inner stability, inner integrity, and not allowing you to sway in the direction in which the life pulls you, but just remaining yourself, believing in your values, standing in your truth, even in spite of all the changes that you might experience on a daily basis. I hope that makes sense. And now the final advice that I have for you is advice from your parallel self. So this is the self that lives right next to you, but is potentially in another city, in another dimension. If we pull the veil, you would see that you are living a different life because of the choices that you made in the past. We can dive deeper into this in another pick a card reading. At the moment, I'm just reading on the top level very quickly for each of these dimensions. So let's see. Your parallel self wants you to know. Bluebird, such a beautiful singing bird. You are being gifted with blessings of happiness and peace. So in the present moment, in order for you to be able to overcome the changing waters of life, dive deeper into this strong sense of self and get into your inner peace, your inner sanctuary. I wanted to say inner sanctum and sacrum at the same time, but they are two different words. Why did I want to mush them like that? Maybe these words might mean something to you guys. Maybe you guys have a picture or poster, or you've seen recently the word sanctum and the word sacrum as well. I feel that right now a flood of good luck is coming into your life based on your karma, and you are just being asked to be very aware how you handle it. We have your judgment. You can handle this wave of good luck by shifting the way you perceive reality. So, no, wait. You can unblock it, not handle it. You can unblock good luck in your life, because some of you have been feeling a little bit aimless. You can unlock this good luck if you just shift the way you see reality. Pluto, a moment of great awakening, is coming upon you. And it's also, the judgment is usually a karmic retribution. So you get what you did. You know, you get the reward for what you did in this lifetime. Everything has consequences. Even if you did an action 10 years ago, you will receive your just reward or punishment. Punishment, don't worry guys, it's just gonna come in the form of a soul lesson. But I'm sure that the variety of you are going to get a karmic reward, because in a past life you were quite fortunate and you managed to overcome moments of deep sadness, a memory that you bring with you into the present moment. All you need to do is not give in to this melancholy that your soul gets caught up sometimes within. You could have, for example, a South Node in Gemini, and your North Node in this lifetime is in Sagittarius. So you're learning to unblock your blessings by shifting from a negative, pessimistic mindset into an optimistic, can-do attitude, you know? So I also feel that some of you could have a South Node in Pisces, and from time to time your psyche could get overwhelmed by the deep waters of Piscean, Neptunian flow. You know, you might feel that your identity merges with the identity of other people and you sponge of other people's impressions and feelings. But you're realizing your North Node in Virgo in this lifetime, which is a lot about cleansing yourself and being practical minded and focusing on what naturally exists in front of you. What can you do about the situation? Is it worth crying over spilled milk? No, because you can't control what happened in the past. All you can control is what you do in the present. So get back into your daily healthy routines, right? So that's kind of what I'm feeling for you guys. This judgment moment is going to bring up massive awakening, a big realization in your life. This is going to happen on a mental level, so very different from pile 1 that had a lot of signs and synchronicities regarding their emotional nature. This is about shifting the way you think and putting a lot of effort into thinking differently about your life to unlock your blessings. Practice self-affirmations. These are so gonna help you in this period, okay? If you are struggling to create some for your own, feel free to listen to some YouTube videos, okay? Live the Life You Love on YouTube is actually creating some gorgeous self-love affirmations. I can link it down below for you if you're struggling with these powerfully positive affirmations to reprogram your mind. Okay, group 2. That's what I had for you. This has been fantastic. I feel so warmed up and inspired. I really hope that this helped. And yeah, make sure that you enter the giveaway before you leave. If you're still here, comment down below. What is the thing that has made you the most proud of in this lifetime? And also make sure to subscribe to include yourself in my crew. I don't want you to be on the outside looking in. No 5 of Pentacles energy on my channel. Feel free to just include yourself into this beautiful community we're creating. Okay, my loves, I love you so much, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Hey group 3, hey my loves, I'm so happy to have you here. This is for those of you that chose the Deviant Moon Portal. This is the Magician card that you've chosen, and also the song Shadow Journal by Max Richter. I'm going to link it down below in the description box and in the comment section, so you can listen to this while you're listening to the reading or before or after for a full auditory experience. You might even shift realities, who knows? It's all in the making on this channel. So this is a wacky pick a card reading where I explore your multidimensional selves. Please go ahead and listen to the intro to figure out how this works. It's too long for me to repeat it here. I'm going to be basically looking across a variety of advice from your multiple selves. So let's find out. Let's begin first. Also, before I show you the cards, this is a 23k giveaway for a chance to win a free general tarot reading. Subscribe to my channel, include yourself in my ever-growing crew, and leave a comment down below. What are you most proud of in this lifetime, okay? And if I feel that my energy is being drawn towards you, you could win a free general tarot reading with me. So now let's dive into your reading and find out what advice you have first from your higher self. So if we are on the present plane here, we're going to connect with your higher self with the realm of Uranus, the heavens. So, wow. Equanimity, Two of Crystals. This is the equivalent of the Two of Swords. And equanimity means you are really concerned in your higher self about balance. Spirit is trying to help bring balance onto your present plane because you might be undergoing at the moment a whirlwind type of situation. There is only light. Your present self could be overcome by darkness, dark thoughts, negative intentions, negative ideas. You might be throwing your fists up at the sky, asking Spirit, why me? Why is this happening? I don't understand. What is the purpose of this? Why do I need to struggle? Why do I need to suffer? It is because, first of all, there could be a karmic aspect at play. I'm going to look in a second at your past life self, but there is something here where you need to pay something back. In the present moment, you might be undergoing a karmic lesson because you need to pay some energetic debt back. And once that is repaid, the situation is going to cleanse itself and you will feel light and bright and happy again, at peace. But at the moment, your soul could be undergoing some deep refurbishment. You're cleansing a negative pattern, but first you have to face it. In order for us to realize what is faulty in our life, we need to first come into contact with it. We need to acknowledge that sometimes we might have said something that hurt other people's feelings. Sometimes we forgot to do something that could have been very helpful. Or at times, intentionally, we might do something that ends up hurting us or other people. So at the moment, you are undergoing turmoil because a very negative belief is cleansing itself within you. And when you're undergoing turmoil and when you are not feeling peaceful inside, it just so happens that you tend to attract people that are more belligerent or angry, or they ask or they make demands on you, or they put pressure on you, because that's an expression of what your heart is going through. Don't worry, you are going to overcome it. Your higher self is here to let you know that they are creating a diamond out of you at the moment by putting you under a lot of pressure to make decisions, to do what is right, and to figure out what was your part in this problem so that you can correct it and that in the future you can maintain your feeling of peace by not making the same decision again. So you're learning from your mistakes at the moment. You're seeing where you have made a mistake, which is always a humbling process. It's never easy for our ego to admit defeat or mistakes, but it is beautifully cleansing. Your self is really happy at the moment, as paradoxical as that might sound. The self that doesn't have an ego to coat it within. The self that is always connected to the divine. That self is actually happy. It's learning a lesson. It's like, yeah, sure, I'm on the path of my spiritual development. Woohoo, lesson, keep them coming. While the ego is like, oh no, I made a mistake. Oh no, it was not my fault. No, I didn't do that. So it's this internal conflict created between your control center, the ego, the mental ways in which we perceive reality, and the self, the heart, the connection to spirit, the divine, what we feel and what we know before knowing with our mind. So spirit is letting you know there will be light in the situation. It is just creating a sense of balance in your life at the moment by helping you pay back some karmic debt and by helping you understand where your share of the responsibility lies within this difficult situation that you're encountering. Let's dive deep right now into your shadow self. Oh, this should be juicy. If you're encountering some issues now, that means that your shadow self is pretty strongly at play. Let's see. The Lovers. Okay, so what you might not be aware of is that life can be loving, that you are worthy of love, that you don't need to fight and to struggle, and that even if you make mistakes, that's okay. You still are lovable. We also have here, oh my God, phenomenon. What was I saying? There's such a massive force at play in the realm of the underworld and the shadow self and parts of us that we don't acknowledge and what we keep in the dark side of our chart, the 7th house, and also the Plutonic realm right? The realm of Hades, the upside down, the underworld, however you want to call it. Basically, if the present self is here, if you are on this plane and we looked at your higher self, now we're diving deeper into the psychological self. So we have here, be still and listen to the spirits. The reason why you're suffering at the moment, in the present moment, is because you don't make space to connect to the divine. You have lost your faith. But in some cases, I feel like you have misplaced your faith. You feel that what is happening at the moment in the world, you've been allowing it to bog you down. You've been absorbing negative energies. You've maybe been listening to too much news, you know, or allowed fear to enter into your psyche. And you haven't been connecting to the portal of your heart. And that's why you're at the moment where you're just stuck. You feel upset, you don't feel good in your body, you want to escape, you want to argue with people, you just want to fist your way out of this situation. But my love, that's how you will create a lot of more karma and a lot of more conflict. So be still, listen to your heart, create a space where you remove certain distractions, you rest for a couple of minutes, you take a deep breath in, you drink some water. Here, I'm gonna drink some water with you, okay? So let's take a deep breath together. And let's drink some water. Yummy. Just something as simple as that. Bam, you shifted your energy, okay? Shifting your energy doesn't have to be hocus pocus and time machines. It's just as simple as that, right? You are 80% water. You need to replenish your water in order to be able to listen to your intuition. In order to be able to breathe, you need to focus on your breathing, right? The more your heart is going like that, the more you're feeding yourself up with fire. The more your heart is beating slower, the more you're diving deeper into this realm of peacefulness within. And as you are peaceful within, so is your without. Whenever you have a lot of conflict and struggle on the outside, do not blame others. Do not try to fight with others. Just remember, I need to be peaceful within. Yeah? Practice, practice, practice this as often as possible. This is your way forward towards self-love. Remembering to give yourself a break, you know, remembering to not place so much responsibilities on yourself. You might wake up every morning thinking, I need to do this. Whoa, slow down. Do you really need to accomplish everything in one day? Can you get people to help you? Can you ask for help? That is a sign of strength, yeah? So be very mindful that you need stillness and inner peace in order to manifest everything you want in your life. Things don't work out if you just tackle them, if you punch through them, and if you just wind yourself up into a whirlwind of chaos, okay? Be mindful of becoming a chaos addict. You don't want that. I feel it in your energy. You don't want that. You're struggling with this energy. You don't find it comfortable. So your shadow self is saying, love yourself, love other people. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with other people. Be at peace. Manifest peace. Say loving, kind things. If things don't work out, if you encounter an obstacle, take a deep breath in, detach, and allow the situation to work out on its own. It will. Have faith. Yeah? So this is what your shadow self is trying to do. You might be sabotaging yourself with too much impatience. So you need to take a deep breath in and cleanse your energy like we did earlier. Let's see what your future self has to say. So, yeah. Your future self has reached a moment when you are ready to manifest everything you desire, but you have to let go of heavy emotions. So again, there is this theme of cleanliness that continues. And when I say cleanliness, it's not just about washing your body. It's about, letting go of negative emotions, cleansing your aura as well, right? Thinking positive thoughts, thinking the best, thinking that people are good and that you are good and that we're all struggling to make ends meet somehow. And if you find people that are committed on self-destruction, just remove yourself away from them. That is not your monkey, that is not your circus. Let them fulfill their karmic destiny. Okay, some of us have heavier karmic loads than others, but it is always a choice whether you choose to self-destruct and self-hate, or whether you choose to rise above and see the situation like the eagle from a higher perspective and choose self-love and peace. Yeah? And you can say this every day, through your actions, through your words. I do not engage with this. I do not agree with your negative perception of me. I am not going to create havoc for myself by engaging in a conflict. 11:11, when I said that. I will choose the wise, kind approach to this situation. I will give you the time you need to come back to me. I will give you the time you need to give to me. I will receive love if you want to give love to me. I will not be punished. I am not bad. I am good. Okay, so this is really important for you to repeat these things. We also have here atoms, building. In the future, you're working really hard at building a new sense of self by rewiring your mind and connecting with your emotions. It's like you're a really beautiful mixture of what I divinated for group 1 or 2. If you have enough time and you want to hang around with me, you might want to listen to this whole clip, because it could really help shift your perception about your reality. That is my hope, at least. My other hope is to entertain you and to make you feel good about yourself. So 8 of Cups, the little mermaid, on the outside looking in, but look, your reality, the one that you've envisioned and that you've always had in your heart of hearts, is almost there. You can touch it, yeah? But in order for you to reach that castle, to reach that life you want, a sacrifice needs to be made. The little mermaid had to give off her fin. She had to abandon her sea world in order to partake in the world of humans. She had to change herself. She had to start walking on land, whereby in the past she was just swimming as a fish, right? So she had to do this sacrifice in order to gain a voice and meet her prince. You need to do the same. You need to sacrifice old beliefs, energetic gunk, beliefs that you are evil, that you need to be punished, Some of you could have a very sadomasochistic understanding of love because you were heavily controlled by your parents, or you were not loved, or you were taken care of, but without the emotional connection, like, taken care of because it would have been illegal for your parents to abandon you or something like that. And you've learned to kind of interject a lot of self-hatred, a lot of, I'm not good enough. Why can't I inspire love? Am I not lovable? Why can't I just make people come to me, love me, give to me? Well, that is only because you are meant to give love to yourself first and to train your mind to think positively. That is the karmic lesson. That is the thing that you need to persevere at. In the future, I see yourself doing exactly that. And you will have these gorgeous moments when you will walk throughout the day and throughout the night, and you'll have these moments of, wow, I am actually really protected, or I am really loved. So the more you're going to think that you're a good person, the more you're going to start seeing how people change the way they react to you, and you're going to start feeling protected, loved, blessed. So all these beautiful globes of light are going to start detonating themselves in your mind and in your heart, and you'll feel like bouts of warmth all of a sudden overcome you, or you'll feel like moments when the sun is going to just shine on your face as you're walking on the street, and you'll feel like, wow, I feel so loved right now, Keep at it, okay? You are going to succeed. You're going to make it onto the other side. I feel like a lot of you struggled with depression, and I see that in the future, you are going to make it to the shore. You're going to come up to the surface. There will be a lot of light coming into your reality, and you're going to be able to build on a new foundation, the foundation of your heart. Let's see right now what your past life self has to say. So we have here the 7 of Pentacles in your past life position. By the way, this is a really lovely deck. I received the Flights of Fantasy deck from my friend Binish Khan. She decorated it. It's so cool just yesterday. So I'm really grateful for this gift. We have here the 7 of Pentacles. So in a past life, you were planting a lot of seeds. I feel that you were talking to a lot of people. You were a very important part of your community. I'm getting a very strong sense of Hermes, the Greek god of communication, which is also the Roman god Mercury, that rules over the very communicative and very busy bee signs of Gemini and Virgo. So in a past life, you could have been one of these sun signs. And I feel like, oh God, we have selling out. Yeah, interesting. So we have here 7 of Pentacles and selling out. I feel like you had an existence that was populated with a lot of people, a lot of news, a lot of objects, a lot of things that you might have needed to distribute. You could have worked as a primary school teacher or on a local newspaper, or to deliver postal packages. Maybe you had your own shop and you had to sell a lot of products. And I think you compromised your deep sense of self. I think you were not so focused on diving deep into your heart. Yeah, confirmation from spirit. I hit my glass. And you were not so connected to the divine. I feel like you were a bit mistrusting in the divine. You could only trust what you could touch and see and feel, you know? Yeah, I don't know why I did like this. I was thinking of Judas. I don't know why. Oh, no, sorry, not Judas. It was Thomas, I think, right? In the Bible, the one that really needed to see and pierced the wound of Christ in order to believe, right? Something like that. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't go to Bible school. All I know is from what I've been reading episodically throughout my high school education. But I feel that maybe you were even part of a religious community and you saw that religious people were actually quite close-minded and evil and oppressive and ultra-moralizing. So they lived in cages created by their own thinking, and you didn't want to be part of that. So you renounced faith because you were not aware that you could actually create your own system of prayers and your own connection to the divine, even in the absence of institutional religious prayers, right, and religious rites. But I feel that in this lifetime, in the present reality, you are meant to get deeper into your... I kind of touched your boobs, sorry guys, this is weird. Maybe you're meant to actually connect with the heart more than with... I'm getting a sense that you're meant to break through superficiality. That is the core of what I'm trying to say here. Yeah, okay, say it straight. You're meant to break through superficiality. You're meant to not just advertise how beautiful you are and how good your lips are or your breasts or whatever other body parts that you feel the need to emphasize or advertise on social media in order to get likes and followers and blah, blah, blah. You're not meant to do that, my love. This is what you did in a past life and it brought you some rewards, but you are meant to reap the rewards of that hard work from your past life in the present life by genuinely loving yourself and by not trading parts of yourself off. You're meant to become a whole person. I hope that makes sense. I need to see the advice from your parallel self to make sense of what is happening here, because I feel like a lot of you have low self-worth and you're trying to overcompensate. You're trying to cover that up by I don't know, thinking that you need to change your nose, you need to change your lips, you need to look very good, you need to get a lot of likes, because if you don't get these things, then who are you and how are people going to show that they love you? Love is not to be chased, it's to be found within. And I also had to learn that the hard way because I have a Saturn in the second house. So self-worth blows constantly happening, potentially in your life, just like in mine, but you're meant to rise above them and to reaffirm to the universe, even if other people think I'm not good enough, I know I am good enough. Even if other people think I should change how I look, I like the way I look. I think that everything that I came into this world with fits really well on my face, and my body fits really well with my personality, and my personality is governed very strongly by my own independent thinking, and my words match my thoughts and my emotions match my mind as well. So it's kind of finding this really, and I feel a wave of warmth within, yeah, it's finding this inner coherence and not allowing people to make you sell out. So there could be people that might be telling you to, hey, you need to have a sexual fling with me, but I'm not going to give you the emotional satisfaction you need. Or, hey, you need to work for me, but I'm not going to pay you at your true value. Say no to these situations. And that's how you're going to reaffirm your self-worth over and over again. And that's how you're not going to sell out. And that's how you're going to plant the seeds to something very tangible, to potentially finding a mate that sees you for who it is you really are and gives you gifts that match with who you are. So advice from your parallel self, if we are in the present moment, the parallel self is somewhere around you at the moment, but is living a different reality based on the choices you made in your past. So in the past, in this current reality, not in your past life self. I hope you're still with me, guys, okay? I'm really doing my best here. So we have Condor. Your parallel self wants you to hold the highest vision for your life. You now possess the ability to move past any hurdles. Yes, 1,000 times yes. Reaffirm all the time. I can do this. I can move. I can transform. I can make the sacrifice. I can love myself. Love myself. Radical self-love. Radical self-love. This is what you need at the moment to bring in the light of the higher self. And we also have your Five of Wands. Yeah, sorry. Your parallel self. Even even my throat is being blocked at the moment with a lot of air that is trying to come out. Yeah, you could be engaged in arguments with people, but here the parallel self is asking you to fight the good fight and keep reaffirming who it is you really are. You will be rewarded in the end, okay? What it is yours, see, I can't even speak. What is yours is never going to be taken away from you. It will always reach you. It will always find you. Even if you think I'm locked up in the house and nothing is going to happen, somehow it will reach you. Trust me, I've been there many times before. It will reach you, potentially through your dreams, potentially through a really strange text or through a letter that your neighbor all of a sudden shifts through your door. Anything is possible. Believe and you will receive. And I need to stop here because I can't speak anymore. My mouth is filling up with saliva. I'm not sure what's happening. Again, hydrate, guys. Before you leave, first of all, thank you so much for listening. But before you leave, make sure that you subscribe and that you left a comment down below so you can stand a chance to win a free general tarot reading with me. If you want to work with me for personal readings, I am open. Please have a look at the first link in the description box below. And enough of this all shameful self-advertising. I'm going to leave you here, guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Let me know what you think. I'll see you next time.